Hey bro, those were some really good picks. I will definitely be quoting some of those. Well, I mean, yeah. As far as I know, all of the music for the Evilise games was done by the same composer. So, that keeps it pretty... But I do like that they kind of... I'm not sure if they did... I don't know how to put this, because it sounds kind of stupid the way I was going to word it, but I'm not sure if they decided that, okay, this all takes place in the same universe, so we'll use the same music, or if they used the same music first, or if they decided on the same music first and decided, okay, we might as well just make this in the same universe. I mean, it seems like a silly sort of thing to... silly sort of semi-retcon thing to do, but it's possible. Nope. Okay, that's not gonna work either. So I guess that block is specifically for getting me back up there. It is now possible. Unless I failed it. I thought that was an interesting direction to go in, and like I thought it was gonna be a little joke at first, but they really pushed that. So I was like, that was a little that deserves an episode of its own. Nice. And I agree with your opinion. Yeah, I agree with your opinion on the board. Ah, come on. Ow. Okay. That's not... This game really needed something to help protect against accidentally doing an input when you're spamming a button. And you can't tell me that a Squaresoft game wasn't prepared for someone to be spamming buttons after they had the boost mechanic in FF8. They knew people spammed buttons. Or I should say mashed buttons. So they were completely aware that mashing buttons was a thing. Dang. You know what? If I die, then so be it. I'm tired of stopping this just to heal or whatever. And for some reason, my healing has been missing. Like, it only happened after a certain point in the game, which was very recent. And I don't know why, because I didn't really change anything. I figure maybe I need to repair equipment or something. Okay, like, you should have been here earlier when I was criticizing the game with someone else that was playing through it for the first time fully. There was someone that was here that, they had the game as a child, but they didn't actually play through it, so they were playing it again, / playing it for the first time. And they had their sets of complaints, I had mine, but I still feel it's good and it was ahead of its time, but if this game came out today, a lot of stuff would be different because it's failing in a lot of ways. But I can't really say that I feel it deserves a remake, because at this point it still doesn't feel like it has enough depth as an entertainment experience to warrant any kind of sequel, prequel, or remake. The mechanics are all really interesting, but the characters aren't like compelling or anything. Where am I? I feel like I've been here. I have not. Save there. But yeah, from what I remember, the person's criticism, which was really good, was there should have been more optimal. Well, this isn't what they said word for word, but there should have been a more optimal way of switching weapons, especially since a lot of the games, well, pretty much the entire battle system hinges on using the right weapon type for the right enemy. So they felt that there should be a more optimal way of changing weapons, which makes a lot of sense. There's a shortcut menu for everything but your weapon, and every single time you fight something, especially if you're fighting different types of things in one room, you have to go into the menu, go through your weapon list, choose the right item, and then back out of the menus and continue the fight. It's just not good. I don't even care. Guess what I'm gonna do? Nice try though, and that is a bit too accurate and it's making me a little uncomfortable. I already said no. What part of no did you fail to understand? You degenerate. You guys just desperate to be better than me, but it's not. It's more so the second, but I'm just too far away from the mic. I like to sit back in my chair because posture, but I just need to sit closer. And I mean, I'm planning on sometime probably within the next week trying to change up my microphone setup, maybe even getting a microphone stand that isn't connected to the microphone, something that can hang, so I can make sure that it's always near my face so I don't keep forgetting to stay close enough to the microphone. What the heck, Fry? There's so many things wrong with that statement. I don't even know where to begin. Come on. Oh, he gave up. Man, the worst dream team is Pryor and Lane. I wouldn't be able to win at all. The shots would just keep coming and I'd just be able to barely defend myself against their words. Well, the thing is, on your own, I can handle you. Same thing with Lane. But if you guys teamed up, then I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't last. No, that's not. Oh, right. My major complaint that I had with this game is that it takes way too long to drop your risk down. Like, yeah, if you get out of battle mode, sure, it'll go down faster, but I have to sit here for like, I would say about 30 seconds? 30 seconds or so for my risk to drop down to 0. When they could have just had something like a sitting feature. I mean, it seems a little silly and maybe even excessive, but if they enabled you to sit, then recover maybe even all of your risk at once. Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought, but still. I would have thought that they would have been above needing something like that, but whatever. It's not a huge issue. It gives me time to check my social media accounts, so it's not too bad of a complaint, and too big of a complaint. Might as well. I enjoyed Star Ocean 1. I think I definitely played through it. I started it a few times. I played through the whole thing once. And I started streaming it that one time, but accidentally during one of my rants slapped the quick load feature and lost like an entire stream's worth of progress and decided to not play that game anymore. I'm sure both or one of you was there when that actually happened, and that was unfortunate. I never played that game again, and probably never will. I'm much more likely to play Second Story, because that was a fun one. Wait, I actually have strongly been considering streaming Second Story sometime, because I want to play it again, but I don't have the time to play it. To be perfectly honest, I don't have the time to play a lot of games. Well, I mean, I have the time, but I don't have the time to play a lot of games, especially long RPGs. That'd be cool. I mean, I would have no problem with something like that. But I'm probably not going to play it for a long time. I wanted to have, how would you say it? Presses? I forget. But I wanted to have her in my party, but I chose... Wait, no, I did have her. I wanted to have her and the guy that, what's his name? The other guy. The guy... Like, you can't have the guy that I'm thinking of and her at the same time or something like that. And I wanted to have them both, but I ended up picking her, and then I found out Ashton, I guess it was then. I picked her, and I still wanted to get Ashton, but I found out later that I couldn't or something like that. I didn't care. It was a guy who had like 2 dragon things or whatever. I barely remember the characters. I remember how they look, but I don't remember their names. Either way, I liked it, and I wouldn't mind playing it again, but getting different members, or maybe using the, because I did Claude's story, or Claude was my main character when I played it. I started a file with, Rena, but I didn't follow through on it back when I played it. So that would be fun. But that's probably not going to happen for a long time, if ever, because there's so much stuff I need to play. Or I could just say screw that stuff and play it anyway, because I mean it's my stream, I can do whatever I want. Is that so? Then maybe I just missed him altogether. Oh, I think it's because I had opera? I forget the pronunciation. I think I didn't care about Bowman. Cuz I kind of remember the name, but I also remember not caring too much. You know what? Okay, sorry. 1 second. I need to look up these characters so I can know who's who. Can you show me the images of the Ashton was the character that I wanted but did not get. I didn't care about Bowman, so that's accurate. I don't remember, apparently Opera. I don't remember Opera very well. Let's see who I actually... You know what? Maybe I should just play the game again, and that'll help jog my memory, because I know who my main party was. It was Claude, Reyna, Precis, and someone else, I think? Whatever, I'll play it again. Yeah, my first character, was definitely... Is her name Celine? Well, it was definitely Celine for the first character. What? Come on. How did I miss out on the best character? Back then I thought he looked... What? That's interesting. Well, if I go by what you recommended, then it'll be up to the stream to choose who is in my party. So, whether I get Ashton or not isn't really up to me. I actually think maybe it was Theist that I had filling up that last space. Or it was so long ago I don't even remember. But something I did remember about Star Ocean Second Story that I felt was pretty impressive was I remember the instruction manual being completely in color, and it... Oh, then it must have been when I was playing with my Reyna file. But yeah, I remember the instruction manual being completely in color, and I mean, saying it blew me away would be an overstatement, but I was impressed because every single PlayStation instruction manual I saw up to that point was in black and white. So seeing it in color was like, wow, this must be a really good game. And the first time I played Star Ocean Second Story, it didn't grow on me. I started it, I tried to like it, and it was okay, but I put it off for a while. Then I came back to it later and played it the same way I played Xenogears. Like, every time someone talks about Lunar, I want to play it again, but I know that, I enjoyed it enough to not need to play it again. But I like when they, well, I guess it technically still happens with, like, limited edition sets, but I like when games really put a lot of love into, I guess I'd say, their presentation. This guy won't die. We ain't done. I meant to get back to this sooner, actually, like way sooner. But what happened was my head was starting to hurt a little bit, so I decided to lie down a little. Not like sleep or not even nap, just, you know, just to lie down. And so I was like, well, I'm lying down, I might as well do something. So I decided to check Splatoon 2, and it's like, oh, I might as well take care of some PvE stuff, boost my level with that. And then I realized that some really nice weapons were in rotation for it, so I started playing it, and then I started getting into playing it even more. Good one. So I started playing it even more, and then I was like, you know, maybe I shouldn't go back to streaming today. Maybe I should just play Splatoon for the rest of the night. But in the end, I decided, whatever. In the end, I decided to just stick to what I said, because if I don't finish this, I'm gonna have to keep playing it. Whatever. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna let my MP come back. But in the meantime, we can keep talking about games that I should probably stream. I'm not sure what I'm going to play after this. I think what I want to do is either do a new, Breath of Fire 2 randomized file, or try to continue my old one. But the problem with that is, I have I have no idea where I left off. So, continuing that, it might be easier to just start a new game at this point. An intelligence lowering MMO? Well, I guess, well, when I say what I'm going to stream after this, I don't mean, like an MMO, because I'm going to stream MMOs regardless. I'm just not sure what long play. Well, Breath of Fire 2 randomized wouldn't even be a long play. It would just be. I wouldn't treat it like a long play game. Like. I wanted to stream some PSO2 emergencies today, but I decided I'm going to focus strictly on Vagrant Story until it's done. I mean, to be honest, something that's been on my mind is I've wanted to stream a game that lets you name the party members or lets you add a lot of random party members like a typical SRPG game would let you do. I was thinking Tactics Ogre for a while, but probably not. An NIS game would be nice, but I don't know which one. Well, I think we said that, well, we didn't say it, but I think when we were talking, I said that I would go back to Phantom Brave. I have never played Shining Force, let alone streamed it. So, maybe Shining Force should be next. I'm gonna look at it real quick while my risk goes down. What is Shining in the Darkness? I don't even think that rings any bells. But, like, I'm not the best to ask about, gaming, uh, information, I guess. Uh... Needs guy. Now's the time to strike. That's possible. It's very possible, but I don't know. I might, like, if it came to it and it got too horrible, I would just play this off stream. Possibly with a guide, just to get through it. And start streaming something else. But, I mean, people seem to like the game enough to be driven to chat about their experience with it. So, I don't feel, even though I feel like I spend too much time being lost, or I spend too much time fighting stuff, at least people can feel entertained by discussing their own experiences with the game, or not talk about the game at all. Both are fine. All I want out of people coming to my stream is for them to hang out and have a good time. If you can do those two things, then I'm good. And if you can't do either of those things, then you should leave. Are you talking about Dokkan Battle, which I've heard some things about? Not the best things, but definitely things. What? Who are you? Coming out of the corner with a hammer. Who do you think you are? Gonna smack your head. Or not. That's interesting. I used to be big on daggers. I thought daggers were cool. And then I completely flipped and thought long swords were cool. Like Odachi. But not broadsword. Long sword. So if I have that option, I pick it. I definitely am not big on guns. Really big. Gun user in games. Or, I mean, sometimes it just ends up that way. But if I had a favorite type, or I should say archetype of character in a game, it would be the kind of character that uses multiple items, not necessarily always weapons, but just a lot of different items that can be used in very technical ways. So, like, you might not have the sort of power that a lot of other types would have, but with the right mindset, you can overtake them. That's the kind of thing I like. Wow, this place has it all. I think I will play Phantom Brave again after this. Because I mean, a lighthearted, fun to watch, fun to play game would be nice. My biggest problem, I was saying this, but I got distracted by a battle. My biggest problem with this game is, I am going to say I don't think it's fun to watch, and it's mechanically interesting, but I don't feel that it's fun to play. The only thing that's keeping me going with this game is I like the mechanics in the game, and I still feel that it was ahead of its time. But hey, I never said I wouldn't bottle cheat. I think I did a very little bit of that, but if I streamed it, I probably wouldn't do. Let me see what I can do as it. Hey, when I play an NIS game, I make sure the characters based on my friends are broken, and then I go towards it, and I steamroll everything to. Well, I don't steam. Okay, I make sure that characters based on my friends are adequately strong. I never make anyone absolutely broken. I just make sure everybody is strong enough that I won't need to use main characters. And then I press on, and I make sure everybody stays strong enough. Like, strong enough for me to still have to think and be tactical in how I play the game. I never like having a character that's just utterly broken, and I can just steamroll everything and the game just isn't fun anymore. Because then what's the point? Okay. When I make a Lambda Delta, I will be sure that she is adequately broken. But see, here's how I think I want to play, I'll just call them NIS games from. I'll make new characters based on people that are in the stream, but I'll let the chat decide who ends up getting used, maybe. Or I'll let it be randomly decided. I think that'd be more fun than just, and easier to deal with than. That's technically true. In a sense. I vaguely remember getting Morona strong enough to actually be worthwhile. Oh, speaking of Morona, something that I always thought was weird was, that she was called. Her name is clearly spelled Morona. Like, you can say Morona in Japanese, but they always pronounced her name in the Japanese, dub as Morone, and I thought that was really weird. Wow, that is actually better than the spiked shield I would get from a little bit. Let's see. 7. And I think it would also be nice if you could combine and craft with stuff in your chest than to have to always remove, assemble, and... Why is this? Does this mean it's actually set together? I'm not. Now I just want to finish this game so I can play more, enjoy. Like, I don't want to be rude to this game because it has been fun in its own special way, but I don't think this is a very good stream game, and I don't feel it's a very good, like, on both sides. As a streamer and as a person that enjoys watching other people stream things, I feel like this isn't very good. Because the best setup is also the most boring setup. The chain that I have is to me, the best one I could be using, but it's also very boring to see. It's just a guy flashing left and right over and over again. That's how I kill everything. It's how I kill regular enemies, it's how I kill bosses. I'm just going through the game, flashing stuff with the exact same motion. And, that's that. Who is Ashley Riot, though? At this point, I still wouldn't be able to answer that question. Like, I thought his design was pretty interesting. And he seems like he's a cool guy, but I can't, like, tell because there hasn't been much actual character development. It's just about, nice looking, dungeon crawling. Oh, man, I don't even know what to put back. Because well, let me see what I can do with what I have on. All. Excellent. Well, I mean, getting some both. It's weaker than the Volge, but I'll take it. Okay. Vagrant Story and still mad that the PC release for Sonic Mania was delayed. I was really looking forward to playing, but I'm too cheap to buy it on a different console. I mean, I could afford it, but I just don't want to. I would never buy the same game on different consoles. I don't know, I think my weapons are actually okay for it. I could try to make this sweet death word better. I don't know if I can work. What am I doing? So I guess I can't work with silver here then? Oh well. I think we're just gonna keep moving. Probably should have saved, but I doubt anything bad's gonna. I guess to Undercity West? Another gripe. I don't appreciate the lack of direction. They give you very small hints sometimes, but I feel like they don't give you all of this. And to make matters worse, a lot of paths in this game overlap and cross over old paths, and it's like, just in case you need to backtrack, that door you saw 5 hours ago, you can now open it and go through the other side. Well, you were there when I played through Breath of Fire 2, so you know I'm not saying I have something against forced backtracking. Thinking about it now, I feel like Vagrant Story was just an idea that was based on a mechanic solely, because there's such a lack of anything in this game. Like, no character development, no real story development. They talk about something, but they're really talking about nothing. Oh, I need to go back there, don't I? Not that I know how to get back there, but I need to go back. I was gonna say I would like to see a game that did backtracking right, but I am pretty sure I've played a game before that did backtracking in a good way. Because there are good ways to do backtracking. But, can't remember any. A world map would also be good, so I could have a better idea of where I am. Because I can't... This doesn't tell me anything. Oh, of course the door's been... See, here's the thing. I want to finish this game because I don't finish games often. Yeah, reflect all that. Okay, or just a little bit of it. Here's what I think I'm gonna do. If I get lost even a little bit, like I am now, I'm not entirely lost, but I'm a little lost. If I get lost even a little bit, I'm gonna look up where I need to go, instead of, like, groping in the dark, because I get this game, and my way of playing it isn't going to change. The only thing that might change is I might get better equipment, but the way I play it isn't going to change. My concern for the story isn't going to change. Like, I'm not going to suddenly get more invested at So yeah, I don't know what I just did, but I'm going. Actually, let me see if I can forward here. And these enemies respawn, and I want to fight them again because it's always the same. Man, come on. That was to you prior. I don't want to discuss the man butts in this game. Okay, it's all the same area. So, Workshop Junction, what I'm going to use as a basis for finding out where I should be going next. Hey, junction point. Oh, so that was the most useful workshop I can use on the first time. This time, lower of the two. Wait, I think I was going the right way. Whoops. The thing about this game feels... You know what, never mind. Oh, I... Yeah, it is high, but like, I'm just tired. I'm tired of wasting time and letting my risk drop. I mean, it makes all the difference, but at the same time... Also, welcome, Dreamy Warrior. Oops. It seems like it would be, but I don't even use break arts because every single time I've used them, the damage has either been low or it just missed. So I just stopped bothering. That's not a bad idea, actually. I might try. I think this is my first time in this area. Well, in general, I was trying to figure out where I needed to go, so I'm backtracking a little bit and checking a guide so I won't be lost forever. Let's see. I'm gonna let my risk go down a little bit since it's already getting kind of low. Okay. I apparently haven't even been in this area, but I couldn't tell. How many weapons do I use? I keep various types on me, but I mostly use this custom-made one-handed sword. I try to use Angel Wing, which is two-handed katana, much as I can, and typically against dark, evil, or whatever type enemy. Since it's, I believe, my strongest weapon with light or holy or whatever element that is. Sometimes I use my scimitar depending, because the O Flame Burnham is very fire based. So if I'm fighting something that doesn't seem to be, and it doesn't seem to be going well, then I switch to the scimitar. Target bow depending, like if I'm in a good position to use it, and if something is just in a bad position, I'd use the target bow. Otherwise, I never used a staff. I just keep it around anyway. The Sweet Death seems to be good against undead, but it's just the damage really isn't there, so I don't know if I'll even keep it. And this is new. Wait a second. I had a spear. Well, my spear was piercing, but most of it was most of the weapons were edge. Yes, I need to go back and get my spear. Yeah, the guides I saw weren't that good, but between the different things I saw, I was able to piece together something. I decided that I'll do whatever I can, because if I spend too much time trying to figure things out, who knows how long I'm going to be stuck with this game. Did I craft my spear into something? Or did I take my spear apart and never actually... Oh, I think... No? That's not... Oh, there it is. I just didn't put it back together. What do you mean by high class ratings? Oh, I see what you mean. Hmm. Close enough. Yeah, I haven't seen very many decent blunt weapons, but I mean, my thing is, I could try to take the time to optimize stuff, or I could try to use a mix of a little bit of brute force and skill. I've decided on the latter because the game is interesting, but I have a huge, well, I want to say I have a huge backlog of games, but I mean, no one cares too much about what I'm streaming in. But I think it would be best if I tried to move on to something else. I might revisit this. What I want to do is I want to see what the speedrun of this is like. But I feel like it's the kind of speedrun that would be unoptimized and maybe even 10 hours. But I plan on looking into it. If it's interesting, I might try. It's not that I want to quit it, I just want to complete it. Because There's other stuff to. Oh, hello. Yeah. That is not true, Lane. I did do my Is Tree of Savior Good Again stream, but nobody actually showed up, so nobody could know. Prophesize even asked about it. Actually, Saga Frontier was a game that I played through. I didn't finish it, and I stopped for a while, and I planned on going back to it, but I had it on emulator, and my hard drive crashed, and I lost everything, including a lot of save files. I want to go back to it, but I don't know if I would, and I don't know when I would. It was kind of devastating to lose all that stuff. It was real. I want to play Romancing Saga 2. I enjoyed the crap out of it, but I never actually finished it. Well, I'm thinking of Romancing Saga 3 specifically. Oh, that's stupid! This is dumb. I don't even remember. What was the last boss? I think it was a dragon of some kind. It wasn't a very long fight, so I really don't remember too well. They all start to blur together after a while. I did, one of my first streams was Unlimited Saga, I think. Or, no. Well, no. I think it was the 4th or 5th game I tried to stream. Because I heard so much bad stuff about it that I decided to try it. And I forget why I stopped. But it wasn't because of how bad the game was. I think I had trouble running it at the time. But, because I think I still had my oldest video card with this PC build still, so I couldn't run a lot of stuff. I still want to do another Breath of Fire 4 full playthrough sometime soon, but I think I'll hold off on that. Even though I said I'd probably do it after this to treat myself for beating it. I think I'll hold off. Unless I decide to learn the speedrun for that, which is something I've strongly been considering, because I love Breath of Fire 4 so much that I wouldn't mind learning the, I think, 10-hour speedrun route for it. Because imagine being able to play your favorite, like, 40+ hour RPG in hours. That just sounds wonderful. Game, why'd you slow down for that? That was a lot of that. He shouldn't be. I mean, there are a lot of games I want to play. I want to play Valkyrie profile games, but I was going to keep going on that list, but the first thing that came to mind was how there's no way I'd be able to play all these games. Unless I was a full-time streamer, which never happened. Oh, I know he's doing a lot of damage because of my risk. But, I don't want to use my risk lowering items to reduce it. Actually, a good hit would possibly even take. I mean, he's gonna be dead soon enough. My problem is using the spear. I'm not used to using the spear for this business. Wow, that was a crap load of damage. I think I actually might lower my... That too. The shield stuff I can definitely... I mean, I agree with what you're saying in general, because it's all true. But I typically use sword and shield. But I wanted to test out this new spear. That's exactly how I felt about seeing 250 from just some regular guy. So, I think I am going to lower my risk a little. I don't like using these items on regular enemies, but I also don't like wasting time. And I've been doing a lot of that. I probably should have healed before I used this. I'm gonna let my drop. I definitely did not like the forest. The no-fly forest or whatever. That was a huge pain. Somehow I figured out what I was supposed to. But then having to go back to it. Sorry, kid. Rough you up. Whatever. Oh, my health is back on it. Okay. Okay, that was interesting. But what I think I'm gonna do is slap myself with Magic Ward. Need to drop my risk a little. I'm assuming you mean Rending Gale. I don't know. It usually misses, and when it hit, when I actually used it, it barely did any damage, so I pretty much forgot about it. But I will show you, just because you seem like a pretty nice guy. Try it again, just because you seem a pretty nice guy. $50 is too high for it. Well, I mean, it doesn't increase your risk, so I guess that's fair. I'll drop it to 25. And, I mean, it's fine. I want to see what kind of damage it would actually do. And I'm not too worried about this particular boss. Mini-boss, I guess. Oh, that! I see what you mean. Wrong button. Gonna do absolutely. But yeah, time to kill this guy. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm still not used to using the items menu. I usually just use it for healing myself. Yeah, I'm gonna let my stuff recover before I move on. I'm pretty good about letting my MP be high before I enter a room where I don't know what's in it. Hmm. I mean, I saw that the door locked behind me. But nothing's happening, so I guess when I enter the middle... Yeah. I'm not in battle mode. I just got, I was going to use Prostasia, but I just got Heracles in the last battle in the last, boss battle? Mini-boss? Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I could tell that it had a pretty nice range. And I missed what the game was just trying to tell me, because I was looking at the chat, but whatever. I'm assuming there's gonna be a save point in the next room. What? I got teleport? Did I? Well, I mean, something costing MP isn't really a big deal, because you can just let it recover on its own. Or did I just get the skill through story stuff? I did, there it is. That's cool, that is pretty useful. That'll save me a lot of trouble. Gonna get rendered. Actually, I'm just gonna beat him up. You ain't going. Oh, hello. That's gonna hurt. Are you serious? No, I don't really care that much. Using the new Rending Gale strat, I am not too concerned. Wait, what? I missed that completely. Don't go through what? What are you talking about? Make sure I don't have my spear equipped as my main thing. Oh, it's not a big deal. Dreamy warrior. My risk was high. I didn't think that something that strong would be in the room. Otherwise, I wouldn't have let my risk even get that high in the first place. Oh. Uh... Oh, I knew that was fast. I think I'm gonna stop at the next save point and once again try to start early tomorrow. I'm gonna just... I am not... Okay, let me just put it this way, Prior. If I ever did a 24-hour stream, it would not be for a game like... I have mixed opinions about your game choice, Prior. What? Make the mic do. I mean, like I keep saying, I don't think this is a bad game. It has a lot of problems, but it's not bad. Exactly. Weapon swapping being more straightforward would be. Well, I've barely streamed this game. Ever since, like, the most serious streaming I've done for this game has been, I think, the day before yesterday. I just didn't feel compelled to play it for a while. Okay, Prior, you're talking like I've been streaming this every day for 2 months. I've barely streamed it a couple of hours every now and then. I meant to stream it more, but other stuff got in the way, like streaming other games. Wait, has it even been 2 months? No, it hasn't been 2 months. Apparently it's been like 4 months. I streamed it 4 months ago, and then I streamed it again, and then I stopped streaming it for apparently a full month. And then I didn't stream it again until 12 days ago. Well, I streamed it twice when I first started playing it, and then I stopped for some months, and then I came back to it 12 days ago. Try and finish. Whatever. You probably chose this because you knew it would make me. So I don't buy that. Not really a sob story. I don't buy that outcry of pity. I don't even. You guys are the. Get out of here! Don't pretend. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then the jump scare shows up again. You guys are full of garbage. You dead yet, bird? Yeah, that. Give me that Heracles. Wow, I can't believe I actually streamed Overwatch before. And then the one time I streamed No Man's Sky. And then my second stream of No Man's Sky back when I still thought the game actually had multiplayer. Wow, the second game I ever the second game, the first game I ever streamed was PSO2. The second game I ever streamed was actually Metroid, the original one, and that didn't go anywhere. And then I streamed Evo Search for Eden, got to the end and didn't finish it. Then PSO2, then a bunch of other games. Right, I was actually streaming. I do want to go back to play Evo, except I don't want to play it. Well, I don't know. Well, a big reason as to why I stream is to play games, but it's mostly to hang out with my friends. But now it's leaning more towards a balance of actually playing through games. That's why I really want to actually finish this game and get it out of the way. Well, I mean, next time I stream Evo, I wouldn't mind letting people choose what I do. I was dumb enough to listen to suggestions back then, and Cootie made me kill myself by jumping out of the water when oxygen didn't even exist yet, and then I died. And then he laughed. Yes, eat all that damage. Wow, that was... Don't worry, I survived. I would have been surprised if I died against something like that. It usually cuts it close, but I typically don't just outright die. Alright, let's try this one more time, except let's not actually die this time. Part of me wants to Rending Gale spam the enemies in that just to get through it and not build up my risk. Actually, the smart thing... Actually... There wasn't even a save point around here, so I really do need to actually move forward. Which kinda sucks, but not the worst thing. I just need to be careful. It comes and goes. Let me see, what was it gonna do? Take off this silence. Oh. Alright. Wait, I don't need to have silence, I need to cure. And I'm not sure if this is what I... Alright, I'm just gonna hang out. That's not true. Sometimes we have conversations about stuff. Oh, you said you AFK. I read that as that you talk every 5 minutes. But I guess that... I think it was the next room that killed me. So, if I die in that next room again, then I'm going to just probably stop there and go through it on my own, and the next time I stream I'll be past... silent. Silence is not coming off. Taking for... Whatever, if I need to heal, I'll use an item. What I really want is to get to the... And I think I died. That was a crap. Oh, I didn't. Okay. That was a crap load of damage, though. You're gonna have to get a switch eventually, Briar. Can't escape. Right, I can't. I actually did try to stream Dragon Quest X once. The thing is, I could only play on the DQX servers if I was using a VPN, and it's possible to do it, but oh no, the Lich is dead. It's definitely dead. I saw it die, so I wasn't too worried. As I killed it before I killed the puppet girl things. But yeah, I strongly considered and tried to stream Dragon Quest X. I played through the offline part that you had to do to unlock the online part in preparation for the stream. And I heard that there was like a sort of a happy hour where you didn't have to pay, like where basically you could, it was free to play. And I did play online for like a few minutes, but when I found out that it was impossible to play without a VPN, I decided against it because it would be too unstable to deal with. And it also would have been completely in Japanese, and a lot of people watching the stream probably wouldn't enjoy that. When I play Japanese MMOs, I try to at least have them partially translated, so people can read what's going on. Well, and so I can read what's going on. Oh, the iron key, that's it. Yeah, they were shorter. As I changed up my strategy, boss battles have gotten obnoxious. But those were definitely shorter ones. I don't know if I would ever stream Suikoden. And it's not anything like, oh, I dislike it, because I love Suikoden games. I've played every single one. Except for, I think, the tactical game. And I loved every single Suikoden game, even if some definitely aren't as good as others. Okay, I think the only thing I can do is backtrack that room. I can use the iron key. I did play Tier Chris. I didn't even remember how to spell that one. I played it and I got very close to the end and stopped. But I enjoyed it, actually. It wasn't amazing, but it did play like a Suikoden game. And it was... Oh, yeah, I did play with Japanese. I almost forgot that it didn't have Japanese. Oh, hello. I remember you. If there's an undub for something, I probably would use it. Speaking of which, I've recently seen a Xenogears undub. I'm pretty sure I said this on stream before, and I want to try that out. I probably won't stream it, but I think I'll maybe play it on my own time. Don't you just love RPG probability when 60% actually equals 40% and when 50% is actually 20%? when 30% is actually like 5%. I just love it. It's a wonderful, wonderful. Well, you're really close to the end then. I think it should be. It's not dead! Oh well. Oh. Oh, it's dead? There we go. I'm guessing the blue means it goes back outside. So I'm guessing there would be a... What if it's a boss? That would... Oh, that was weak. But I would like to see... Oh. I would like to see how the Gale would work against this guy. Damage real quick. I'm not seeing, so I'm just as usual. My risk is really high now. I've actually attacked with 0 out of 0, and I've taken that to yeah. I'm just gonna beat this guy. I really see, the thing is, I would play in a much more risky way, no pun intended, but I still haven't saved after all of those battles. I really just want to be honest, I kind of just want to run by this guy, and probably could, but I'm gonna hold off on that and just kill everything that is in my way. Really don't want to have to backtrack. Oops. I'm up to a whopping 2. But it's a confirmed 2. I mean, it is bad. Yeah, I would rather just use a regular. That's enough. You know what? Screw it. Screw it. Screw it. This is gonna be the last Vera item I use. And I'm just going to fight it regular. Because nothing is worth it. And this is taking way too long. Yeah, it drains the rest of my MP. That's what part of the problem was. Because I think I only have like 2 or 3 MP MP healing items. So I needed to kill it and let my MP regen. I really hope there's a save point nearby. Okay, I'm gonna go through there, go to Town Center East, then I should be able to find a save point. Oh, that's good. I like that. Okay. Um. I should have let my wrist go down, but right over there. Wait, there should be a save point on this screen, like right next to me. Um. Oh, it's over there. Alright. I am gonna stop here for tonight. Stream early tomorrow. Maybe even super early. Like 6 a.m. early, possibly. Yeah, I remember about teleport. I just hope I remember it the next time I stream it, or the next time I play this. But yeah, thanks for all of your help, Dreamy Warrior. I guess Prior helped too, and I think Lane is long gone. Well. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna stop here. Oh. Yeah, okay. Get out of here. Thanks for hanging out. Wow, you guys got called out. But yeah. Let me get out of here. Good night, good morning, whatever. Bye.